You see these silver guides all over London, showing you the landscape, helping you point out the different things you can see. And up here, you'll need it, because we've got a great view across London. From here, from the top of Parliament Hill. Oh, by the way, did I mention, it's also completely free. Well, when I say completely free, it might cost you a few calories getting up the hill, but it's well worth it. Look at these views going across. Obviously, you can see the Shard there. And if you look in front of the Shard and just to the left of it, you can see St Paul's Cathedral. And as we go round, you have the Post Office Tower. Now known, of course, as the BT Tower. When you're up here, it's all about getting the right vantage point, and there are so many different vantage points to get a great view across the different parts of London. To help you get your bearings, we're here in the north of London, and we're now looking across at the city. Parliament Hill is all part of the Hampstead Heath area to the north of London, and it's the highest point, so you get tremendous views going across. Now, because it's also a big open space in the centre of London, it's also a great place for people to get together and meet. And as you can see, there are lots of people. I came up here in the middle of a Wednesday evening, and I was quite surprised by how many people were up here. But there were all sorts of parties going on, and not only do you get the great effects, but also they've put benches all over the place as well to give you fantastic views, so you don't have to sit on the ground. Unless you really want to, of course. To get here, you'll need to get an overground train, and your best station to get to this part at Parliament Hill is definitely Hampstead Heath Station, and later we'll actually go and finish the tour near Gospel Oak Station, which are on the same line but just a couple of stations apart. Both stations are easy to use and covered by contactless or your Oyster card, and I'll put a link if you want to know how to get tickets up in the top right hand corner for you. Now, legend has it that Guy Fawkes and his fellow 1605 gunpowder plot conspirators stood here on the hill as they looked towards Parliament, waiting for it to blow up, earning it the name Traitors' Hill for almost a century. Now, whilst we're here on this part of the heath, let's go and have a look around, and we're going to go next to this clump of trees known as the Tumulus. Now, it may just seem like a cluster of trees on a small mound, but it's actually a distinct heath landmark and has been for centuries. No one quite knows what it actually is, and it was once thought to be Boadicea's grave, but it's not, and another local legend said that it was the age of an ancient battle between two tribes. It marks a good central point of the heath, and actually it's thought that from the 17th century this mound was made after a windmill may have been here beforehand, and the woodland around it was cleared, and then the trees were planted later. One thing it really does give you is an amazing feeling that you're nowhere near London, and actually as the crow flies, we're actually only 4 miles from central London, Charing Cross, to where points in London are measured. So it's really hard to believe that standing here on this heath, which is vastly open and a great expanse of land, it's where you actually are. It's incredible. And because there's such a vast open space, it doesn't matter how many people come down here, you always feel like you've got space to yourself. Now we're going to show you something that's not really known by many people. Now, within the whole heath area, there are lots and lots of different lakes, and this is just one of them. But we're going to pan round, and as we do, we're going to go to this lake. Now, this lake here, if you look closely, yes, there's people swimming in it, and it's one of 3 different lakes around the whole Parliament Hill, Hampstead Heath area here, where you can go freshwater swimming. By the way, when I say fresh water, I mean cold water, because it'll be fresh when you get in there. Now, the official title of this pond is the Highgate Men's Bathing Pond. A bit further up the hill, you've got the ladies only bathing pond, and on the other side of this part of the heath, you've got the mixed bathing pond. So you've got 3 different areas that you can come and go, well, pond swimming really. Now, with the recent hot weather, this looks like it might be a really fun thing to do, but it's worth bearing in mind that the temperature in these ponds is extremely cold, and it stays pretty much so all year. So not only have you got to be a fantastic swimmer, and if you're coming swimming here, they will test you to make sure that you are able to swim, but also you need to take it easy as well, because jumping straight into the cold water can put your body into shock. But with all of that, isn't this an incredible place to come swimming? Yes, right open cold water swimming, right close to the centre of London again. Incredible. I really hope you're enjoying this video, and if you are, do us a favour, will you give us a big thumbs up, because it'll help YouTube to spread this video out to more people so that they can love London as well and discover some of these amazing places just as we're showing you. Now the swimming area for the men is cordoned off because also you've got fishermen on the side of the banks as well, and I believe you need to have a permit here. Now this is another pond which is just designated for wildlife, which is fantastic, and it's one of a total of 18 ponds across the whole of the Hampstead Heath area. Now, if you're enjoying this and you want to know more about Hampstead Heath, its history and where it all originates from and everything else that's around it, we've done a 3-part podcast. Now, if you haven't found our London Visited podcast, all you need to do is go to your favourite podcast provider, and that's also on Spotify, Google, iTunes, podcasts, etc. Put in London Visited and you will find our 3 episodes in there. Now we've come down Parliament Hill, we're heading towards Gospel Oak, but as we do we've come across this, which is called the Stone of Free Speech. Now the Stone of Free Speech its origins are sketchy, but it's thought that the stone was a focus of religious and political meetings around 200 years ago. So without doubt you can say that this stone is quite old. Now the stone has been well weathered, and until recently it had an inscription on it to the effect that the space around the stone is available for public meetings. And as you can see, there's plenty of space around it, and also giving you fantastic views again across London. And here you can also make out the London Eye. Now here in the lower parts you've got a bandstand, and behind the trees which are to its left you've also got a big cafe area, so if you're coming down here during the day during the summer you don't need to worry too much about refreshments because you've got those there as well. You can also see there's a big athletics track as well. It's quite incredible because when you think of London, you think of its buildings, its historic buildings, you think of basically built up areas, but London is so green, and Hampstead Heath is the biggest part of that greenery. And if you like outside places and parks and outside spaces, I'll put a playlist up in the top right hand corner for you of other places here as well. Here we're finishing our tour of this part of Hampstead Heath, but the building you can see right there is a Lido. Now that is an outside swimming pool, so if you fancy coming and having a go at that and not going in the ponds, which to be quite honest are probably quite filthy, etc., then give that a go. One thing I can promise you about the Lido is the temperatures will be cold in there as well. And on a late sunny evening there's nothing better than just sitting on the grass and having a picnic with friends. So as we finish our walk, we're coming up by Gospel Oak Station, which again is on the London Overground and nice and easy to get to and from into central London. Now if you'd love to visit around here, then I've also linked a video to another part of Hampstead Heath we've gone to with a secret pergola, so you'll definitely want to go there. So I'll put that link up in the top right hand corner.